The S.A.I.L. S.H.I.P, standing for Special Housing Interest Program, is unique on the UCM campus for many reasons. It's the only S.H.I.P on campus not geared towards academics. It's one of the most populated S.H.I.Ps on campus, and it's the only S.H.I.P dedicated to providing a safe living space for LGBTQ+ individuals.
It's a place for our students who are members of the LGBTQ+ community, and primarily our students who are trans and non-binary, to feel safe and comfortable in the living experiences they want. And we want a space that feels okay for them. It's a safe spot for them.
The S.A.I.L was established in the 2019 academic year in response to the needs of LGBT students and taking example from other colleges who have a similar program.
How the idea of the S.A.I.L came about, it had been on our minds when I first started in 2016, and it had been spoken to more coming from the pipelines of student experience engagement, of having a S.H.I.P on campus that was for this. But the S.A.I.L S.H.I.P is our first one that is more identity-based, and seeing that gender inclusive housing was becoming more prominent options across the country at other schools, and we needed to keep up with that. Yes, we are in Missouri, where things are a little bit more not as inclusive, if you want to say it in that way, but we needed to do better, and so the idea came from that.
The hall wasn't able to establish until the 2019 academic year, with its doors open to anyone who wishes to have a room there, regardless of gender, sexuality, or even academics.
It is a S.H.I.P purely for the people who live on there to feel safe and included, specifically people who are in the LGBT+ community. I had spent a year being a CA in North Ellis, which I absolutely loved. I loved my kids, I loved working with freshmen, but I was one of 2 out queer people on my floor out of like almost 70 people. And so for my sake, I was like, I think that I can make more of a difference somewhere else.
Starting on the first floor of the Hosey Residence Hall with just 17 students, the S.A.I.L quickly gained students who were eager to return semester after semester.
I was looking for a graduate program, and I was looking through the available floors and dormitories that were available on UCM's campus, and I saw one that was exclusively for LGBT individuals, and that instantly popped right out to me. Figured I'd sign up for it as quick as possible, and well, the rest is history, I suppose.
Eventually, first floor Hosey ran out of space, and the S.H.I.P moved up to its current home on second floor Hosey to accommodate the demand for more rooms on the floor. Today, the S.A.I.L has almost doubled in size from when it first started and is using up almost every single room available to it.
We actually got overwhelming response of support for it. When we asked, do you see a need? And they're like, even students who identified as cisgender or straight, they were the ones in support. And so it was great to see it wasn't just students who were identifying within the community, it was people outside, it was allies advocating for it, and it was seeing that there was support for it. So that even helped us say that yes, there's a need, let's roll it out within the next year.
One of the S.A.I.L.'s primary goals is to provide its residents with a network of other students and even faculty who they can relate to and rely on, and call on in their times of need for comfort and support.
Everyone understands at least a little bit about everyone else. So I think that's why it's probably one of the most social floors too, is because everyone here knows what it's like. We have shared experiences, shared emotions, stuff like that.
I think it provides a bit more of that social dynamic. In general, I think the floor is more social this year. There's more friend groups forming. There are people who just want to be more involved.
Obviously getting to know more people in the community, finding friends that I could find support in, or at least try to support in their endeavors, and just in general just kind of have a good time with people who have shared experiences.
The S.A.I.L has events almost every Tuesday for its residents, ranging from movie nights to self-care fairs. They are open not just to floor residents, but also to any other students as well as to faculty who wish to attend the events.
Those events are things like painting, self-care nights, we do study hall, we do game nights and movie nights, and it feels more of a community. Last year, the S.A.I.L actually won the Community of the Year, so me being able to say that is also pretty cool because we were already this community that was identified as close-knit, but this year I feel it even more.
Even with the S.A.I.L being so new, the impact of it has already touched everyone who has been a part of it, from staff to student. Everyone has a story to tell about how the floor has impacted them.
So when someone asks what is my proudest moment, it's honestly being a part of its creation.
I'm currently 26 years old, and I am a graduate student. I kind of see myself as a bit of a role model, not only in terms of what you could achieve academically, but what you could achieve when you're truly open about yourself.
For the most part, I do feel safe on this floor, and I definitely don't, and I don't really know how I would feel on a floor that isn't inclusive like ours.
It's shown me a lot more of the community than what I have seen in like other LGBTQ groups, and just taught me a lot about like different experiences from the community.
I'm gonna cry. I don't know if I can fully express the impact. I grew up in a place that wasn't super accepting of me. I got to college and like my parents didn't come to my freshman dorm. I felt just very lost. And I got to be on the S.A.I.L ship, and yes, I'm the CA of the S.A.I.L ship, but I'm also there. I get to wake up and know that I'm safe in my room, which isn't something that I've always had. I see what I do with my residents every day. I get texts every day. I've recently been struggling mentally, and immediately, like so many text messages, people reached out to me saying, "Are you okay? What can we do for you?" And like being a CA of a floor that isn't the S.A.I.L ship, I didn't have that support. I didn't have that love.
Though the S.A.I.L ship is just in its infancy, it's clear to see that with students who are sociable, a CA who cares so much, and with staff so dedicated, that the ship's influence has touched many people's hearts and will continue to do so for many, many years to come.